It was the best of times, it was the worst of times.
Stop scaring your brother with that book, boy.
I'm a girl, and she keeps trying to tell me stories. Harry, that's not the big.
I'm gonna call you straight back. I'm trying to pull off one of the biggest business deals in my life, and I have to listen to this.
What about me? I'm gonna house of the castle. There is no microphone, and I'm also gonna be funky.
But I'm going to make us rich.
How rich?
Very rich. Businessmen. Very, very gullible. Your genius husband is gonna sell them 155 old bangers as brand new luxury cars.
But that's not right. The cars are break down. What about the businessmen?
Fair, listen to the boy.
I'm a girl.
Fair does not get you anywhere, you big-headed brain.
Well, I will earn it, and I will spend it, but I should. Right.
This is all your fault, with your silly books and your pointless reading.
But that's not right.
You're off to school in a few days, and I know your headmistress, Agatha Trunchbull. I've told her all about you. Scary woman she is, used to compete in the Olympics, throwing the hammer. Imagine what she's gonna do to a horrible body like you, boy.
I'm a girl.
Now get off to bed, you little bookworm.
Daddy Jim went up the hill to let you feel the water. Daddy said the subsequent fall was inevitable. They never stood a chance, they were written that way. I wonder why they didn't just change their story. Totally have to do what we're told, but surely sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty. Just because you find that life's not fair, doesn't mean that you just have to bring out memories. If you always take it on the chin and lemons, nothing will change. Even if you little people do not stop you, must have let a little bit like do not stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top of you, you might as well be saying you think that it's okay. That's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. But nobody else is gonna put it right for me. Nobody but me is gonna change my story. Sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty. Keep out of future children. Oil of lightning's hair target. For men. Yes.
In business, a man's hair is his greatest asset. Good hair means good brain.
Your hair, it's green.
My hair is green.
Why on earth would you do that? Maybe you used some of mommy's peroxide by mistake. That's exactly what you done with silly hair.
My hair? My lovely hair. I've got an idea today. What am I gonna do?
I know what you can do.
What?
You can pretend you're an elf.
What are you talking about, you fool? The boy's a loony.
Mom, would you like to hear a story? Don't be disgusting. The sooner you lock up the better. Matilda, what a pleasure to see you here in the library again. Yes, I mean, my mom wanted me to stay with her, but I think it's good for them to have their own space.
Your parents put the contract for us as you, and didn't come to a store like you told me, or I love your store, Matilda. That's a hint, by the way.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Jenny. He had a handsome father named Matt. They were the best of friends. They had amazing adventures together until Jenny's father fell ill and passed away. Then Jenny's evil aunt came to live with her and raise her, was her evil guardian. He was so cruel and did not love Jenny. She didn't even show kindness to Jenny. But Jenny and her dad worked so hard to show kindness to make beautiful memories together. I don't know yet, Mrs. Fox. I'll tell you tomorrow.
After your first day of school,
Anybody read this?
Please, honey, I can't pick me.
Very well, Nigeria. Well, I guess we better leave it there, Nigeria. We don't want you to first say blood mess on your first day. Lavender.
Is the first word tomato?
No, but tomato is a very good word. Matilda?
I cannot read words.
So Matilda, you could read words?
Well, I needed to learn to read words like to read sentences because a sentence is just a big bunch of words. If you can't read sentences, you've got no chance
books.
And have you read a whole book yourself?
Yes, more than one. I love books. Last week, I read quite a few.
A few? What books did you read?
Oliver Twist, Jane Eyre, The Lord of the Rings, Crime and Punishment, and The Cat.
Don't get looked at it, just knock on the door.
Answer! Well, don't just stand there like wet tissue. Get on with it.
Miss Trunchbull, in my class, there's a little girl, Matila one.
Daughter of Mr. Henry Wormwood, who owns Wormwood Motors. Excellent man. Told me to watch out for the brat girl. Says she's a reward.
Oh no, headmistress, I don't think Matilda's that kind of child at all.
What does the school want, Miss Honey?
I mean, that's what it's minded to.
But not to my smacking too. Children are magnets. In fact, it must have been her who put that stick bomb under my desk this morning. I'll have it for that. Thank you for investigating.
But I didn't. Matilda Woman is a genius.
Nonsense!
It is my opinion that this little girl should be placed with the 11-year-olds.
We cannot just place her in the 11-year-olds. What kind of society we got? What about rules, honey? Rules.
I believe that Matilda Woman is an exception to the rules.
An exception to the rules in my school? Look at my trophies, see how my trophies gleam in the sunlight, see how they shine. What do you think it took to become English champion? 1969. Do you think in that moment when my name only came that we in the room with that on this day? No, 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 no. You have to stay inside the circle all the time. And if you want to make the team, you don't need high self-esteem. You just need to keep your feet inside the line. Sing, children. 2, 3, 4.
Oh, don't tell me we're not ready.
I told me these cars were never. I told them the mileage was so high because of the manufacturing mistake. Of course I lied. Of course they didn't believe me. I got green hair. And what's this? Another flaming book? What's wrong with Snapchat?
No, it's a lovely book. Orange, you should
Here's
read it.
what I think of your lovely.
No, it's a library book.
Oh, you sold out that. Oh, I'm waiting for my dance lesson.
Now get out of here, you little sneak worm.
Dad, we have any super glue?
In the cupboard. And while you're at it, how about you stick that silly book to your brainless head that
Matilda, do all the brains in your head hurt? I mean, it's gotta hurt all squished in there.
No, it's fine. I think it just fit.
Well, I'm gonna hang around to teach you just to squeeze out of your ears. I'm Lavender, and I think it's for the best if we are best friends.
Best friends?
Forever.
Hide me, someone put a volcano camera onto Trunchbull's chair. Someone saying I did it. Now she's after me. That's not fair.
What's happened to Trump with this attribute to your spirit?
Where she's been for the last hour, actually.
What? An hour?
Yes, Nigeria suffers from a rare but chronic sleeping disorder called narcolepsy. The summer falls asleep, often without warning. We put her behind us for safety. Didn't we? Didn't we?
Yeah!
She'll probably think she's in bed when she wakes up.
Is it time for school yet, Mom? Hello?
What am I doing here? This isn't my bedroom at all.
Oh, hello, Miss Rachel.
Amanda Grant?
Yes, Miss Rachel.
What have I told you about wearing pigtails? I hate pigtails.
But Mama doesn't think you look pretty.
It's a sweat.
Who is it?
Miss Honey, Matila's teacher?
Been busy right now.
It would only take a moment.
What do you want, Miss Chuck?
It's Miss Honey. As you know, Matilda's in a bottom class, and children in a bottom class aren't really expected to know how to read.
Well, stop him for reading then. Lord knows we tried. And I'm not in a favor of girls being my club. This is more important than home. Look at you, look at me. You chose books, I took books. Good day.
How can you look at it, Jenny? Just let it repeat, Jenny. You're going to hold you there, gonna piece of your mind. Leave it alone, Jenny. The one that you tried, the one who just look like a fool. This is not your problem. You know that this fine. You know it, teacher. Just go back to your school. Matilda, starting school tomorrow, I shall bring a selection of books that will challenge your mind. Matilda, you're gonna hold all the air to me.
Matilda Warwood, where is?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull?
Aha, you got a minute, do you?
Admit what, Miss Trunchbull?
This morning, a foul man attempted to come into my kitchen and steal a slice of my private chocolate cake.
I did not.
Miss Trunchbull, Matilda's been here all morning.
Standing up a little spit up, are you? Well, this crime took place before she was started. Therefore, she is guilty.
Okay, look, I stole the cake.
A huge cloud of chocolate gas blasted from his mouth into the face of the Trunchbull.
Where's my butter?
Yes, miss?
You like my cake, don't you?
Yes.
That's the main thing.
Is it?
Yes, it is butter.
Oh, unusual.
Miss Honey, are you poor?
Yes, I'm very. My father died when I was young. Magnus was his name.
Magnus?
He was very kind, but after he died, my aunt became my legal guardian, and she was very mean and cruel. He even had made a document that said my father had given her his entire house.
Who is she?
I can't say.
Who is she?
Matilda, I can't.
Who is she?
It's Miss...
Miss Trunchbull?
Yes.
This class is going to have a very special spelling test. Any time you get one single answer wrong, shall go to choking. What are you looking at?
You. You spell... Oh no. Spell you.
You. Y-O-U. You. The studies are very good teacher. She's very good at teaching us. Nonsense. You. Stand up and spell the one that you all are. Revolting.
Revolting. R-E-V-O-L-T-I-N-G.
You're cheating.
Miss Trumbull, I teach them with patience, kindness, and respect.